Hello everyone, this is AzureAttack with my second Let's Play. Now, after I finished Tomb Raider, I kinda had to take a step back and think if this is something I really wanted to continue. So, that's why nothing really popped up afterwards, even though I kind of promised. Which is, that's another problem that I kinda need to address. I need to stop saying that, this is going to happen, another video's coming out this day, whatever. Because this is just going to be a hobby for me. I can't sit there and promise something when I have no set schedule. I things have been really difficult with school and work, so it's kind of been hard to find a nice moment to just sit down and relax, let alone record an episode for a Let's Play or anything of the sort. But with that being said, let us begin with the journey on the PlayStation 4, and let's start a brand new one. This is perhaps one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 4, and I hope to convince some of you to think the same. So here we are. A little red cloaked thing. So this game does have a little bit of gyro with the camera controls, but I'm not going to do that because I'm holding the controller very awkwardly. So basic controls, we move with the left stick, control the camera with the right stick. And the reason that I love this game is, alright, so I played the heck out of this on the PlayStation 3. I think it was only like 15 bucks. But I played so much of this game. And this is actually the first time I've ever played it on the PlayStation 4, and it's a lot smoother. Just, if I'm to be perfectly honest, PlayStation 3 was kind of not the best machine. It kind of chugged with even simple games. One thing that I clearly fell in love with was the detail in this game, like looking at how the sand is kicked up every time you take a step, how you can see a clear path in the sand, and that doesn't really fade away. So once we get to the top of this hill, we see our eventual goal, that shining mountaintop that seems to have been split in half. And this is a formal welcome to the world of Journey. So let's keep going. So there's a little something shining over there. This is another cool thing. If you go to run down a steep incline, or I guess just a hill, you actually do a little bit of sliding. Like a little sand surfing episode. As we see over there, there's a little bit of ruined structure right above my head right there. A big part about this game is exploration, and that's kind of why I love it so much. It just gives you this empty world with not a lot of landmarks, so you kind of just have to go your own way. So as we see a lot of these headstones, I believe, grave markers, who knows what they mean. So there's currently no buttons that do anything except circle, which is a little bit of a, like a call or something. But if you walk into a ledge, if you can, you automatically climb up. So this right here is a glyph. And what this does is it gives us a special ability to, I guess to fly? And these little ribbon fish things, they refill our scarf. So yeah, right now our ribbon is very short, so we can't really, or scarf, we can't really do anything with it other than just a small little hop. I say as I fly across the sky. Eventually though, our scarf will get very long, and we'll actually, if we time our button presses, we'll be able to fly very long distances. So another thing with this call is, if you hold it, you can make a big shockwave, and what that does is it attracts anything that will react to it. So as we see, it looks like there's some more structures over there. Let's check this out over here that we saw earlier. So these walls show us a bit of story involving the land we're in. So as you can see right now, those these things above my head are supposed to mean like creatures like us. So those are in fact all gravestones outside. And there's a lot of dead creatures. I don't know what you would refer to them as. Cloaks? The cloaked ones. So there, that that white square over there is another glyph that we can obtain to lengthen our scarf a little bit more. Hang on, I just saw something that caught my eye over here. It's a little shining spot right there. Huh. I never knew this before. I think these are, I guess this is like a checklist of all the glyphs that you've obtained. So as you can see, there is going to be quite a bit for us to find. And some of them are really hidden away. I think I have a good idea where most of them are, but I might get a little lost trying to find them. So that automatic climbing that you can do is very useful when you have such a short ribbon, because we can't really fly that far with such a short one. But after we get this, you see that it grows a little bit further. So now we actually get 2 button presses. Oh, and there's another one right there. Now I used all of my flight like a dummy, so I'm going to have to take the long way around and try to get this thing. There we go. Awesome. Let's watch it get a little bit bigger. So, yes, as you just saw from there, these old withered ribbons actually react to us, and they become kind of like new ribbons. But if we do a big call, we can fully charge, I guess, those ribbons, and we release all these little ones. I don't know if ribbons are what they're supposed to be called, but whatever. So when there's a big group of these little guys, what we can do is, as the game is showing us, we can charge our call, and they will carry us and fly us all the way across. So as we saw with that little storyboard, let's charge these things and sit down right here to get a little message from, I guess, a god? Or an ancestor. A tall white boy. So what this ancient spirit is trying to teach us is that that mountain is the source of all of these little glyphs that give magical power to living things. And it is that power that created animals and plants and people. And the people learn to control this power. So with that done, the gate has opened and we can move on to the next area. So let's see what awaits us in the bright shine. Oh, did you see that? It looked like there was another person there. Got some sand falls. I guess that's the right thing to call them. And here we are. Off the bat I see two glyphs. One's way off in the distance and one's on the top of those sand falls. There's another one right there. So we can't go back. Actually, I haven't played this game in so long, I kind of don't really remember what to do. Thankfully no fall damage, but it looks like stuff is... That actually looks really cool, the way the sand's kind of moving like that in the wind. Now I saw a glyph somewhere around here. There it is. Yes, if your scarf is completely empty and you try to fly, you'll just kind of flash. But every time you grab a glyph, you are fully recharged. So something that, you know, this game never really tells you, but I think is amazing, is this game actually has multiplayer, believe it or not. But it's not multiplayer in the sense that, you know, there's really anything you can do. It's like random matchmaking, almost. And seeing that, that shadow of a person just kind of pop up at the end of the first level, kind of made me think we matched up with someone, but this game is old, so I don't know if that's the case. But yes, occasionally you can... Oh, there's the other one. Occasionally you can match up with random people, of course, if this game is still even played anymore. And you can go on a journey together. And hopefully you find some person that goes on the entire journey with you. So I don't know what these big things are. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I do not remember. But they seem to have all these little ribbons inside, so I guess our first course of action is to free them all. There we go. Almost looks like a snake or something. Like one of those wooden snakes that we all had as kids and they all pinched our fingers. And then we would lose it and find it again one day and it would have like some little segments missing. Oh. So those little ribbons formed a bridge. So I'm going to assume that those really big ribbons are the ones that make the bridges, and the small ones that I'm releasing, don't. Oh my god, if my dog... So I don't know if you see that, but there's something behind the sandfall. I remember bits and pieces about this game, but like finer details, not really. Okay, so we can see that these people started building buildings and societies. Alright, so we can't jump over there, so let's see if we can't get a little help from these things. There we go. So as you can see, just being able to fly like that is it's actually more fun than it looks, believe it or not. Alright, I have no flight, so let's get a little help. Watch as the ribbon slowly goes into the snake thing. Okay, I say they're snakes, but they also have wings like that. Now, I do remember there is a trophy in this level, and I believe the trophy is to get past this area without completing the bridge. And I think it's easier than it sounds, but I'm not trophy hunting right now. Friend on the other hand. So with this final old weathered ribbon, the bridge is complete. And we can make our way all the way up. Just from the few glyphs that we found in this level, our scarf has actually gotten pretty long. So because these giant ribbons are, I'm going to say that they're charged with this mystic power, we actually can fly straight across them. And I think one of the reasons that I like this game so much is that when I was a kid, You know, everyone wanted like, oh, super strength or super endurance, you know, like Spider-Man, like, you know, generic superhero powers. And, you know, when I was a kid, I was just like, I want to fly. Flying would be awesome, you know, you just get to go anywhere you want. You don't have to pay for gas. You don't have to sit in traffic. It's amazing. Why does no one, why does no one else want to fly? So here we go with this little story cutscene again. That's definitely a tall person. So yes, this shows us that they did in fact build. And they use this power to, well, power their civilization.